EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Newton on first down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to get possession here as they force... The opening drive turnover. Trask now off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Right back to Sanders on first down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Trask. And his pass incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
To the 23 here on 3rd. Trask now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. So
from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Newton. They'll roll him out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
it. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Newton. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Trask. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Trask. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Trask. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Being chased out left. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Trask on first down. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first down, Newton. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Washington's got it. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 15, check 15. Check 24, check 24.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll buy some time right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. It's still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Trask. That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 8. Check 3. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Caught by Tremble.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
Under pressure, Trask, and down he goes. Brian Burns.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Second and 16.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Trask.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage.
A 1st down throw for Trask. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Trask now looks to throw on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now Trask. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. 20. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Check.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 45 on 2nd down, Trask flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Carolina, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.